And hello all, this is Lala Madness, and you're tuning into another episode of the Fierce Review. And in this episode, I'll be doing entertainment news. So I'm going to catch you up and as well give you my opinion on a few things that have been in the headlines as of lately. So, just to give you a snapshot of what we'll be discussing, I'll be talking about Moniece as she actually speaks out about Lil Fizz and Apryl Jones's relationship. Interesting. Some WendyWilliams updates, because there's always updates with her ass. And also Lil NasX and Billy Ray Cyrus's song, Old Town Road. Okay. And some extra shit that I just felt like I want to talk about in regards to that. Okay. So, and also you know where to find me at Lala Madness on all social media platforms and at LalaMadness_official on Instagram. You can email me at lmfiercereview@gmail.com. And we'll get started. So, like I mentioned first, I'm going to talk about Moniece as she decides to speak out about the relationship that's supposedly going on between Lil Fizz and Apryl Jones. So over the past year or so, it's been clear that Apryl and Lil Fizz of B2K have been cuddled up and looking very much together. So now Moniece is feeling some type of way about Apryl, and who is actually Omarion's baby mother of the two children that they share together, and Lil Fizz, who actually she has a son with. Now, it's been clear in the last few seasons of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood that Lil Fizz has been the custodial parent, and Moniece has been pretty much getting her life together and visiting on some weekends. So, she did turn to Instagram to post a video regarding her feelings about the relationship. And I'm just saying, in my opinion, how long do you need to get your shit together when you're getting a whole couple $1,000 check every season from Love and Hip Hop? And you done been on several seasons. You ain't got your own shit yet. You ain't got, he need to get his career together too. It's called co-parenting. Yeah, like figure out some time to get your shit together and spend more than a weekend with your damn kid. And also, if you're supposed to be stacking a bag, bitch, you should have it by now in several seasons. And moving right along. Who gonna check me, boo? Just period. All right. I said it. That part. Now, what she stated on Instagram in the video is congratulations are in order for Apryl Jones and Teeny Fizzlepop on the announcement of their relationship/fuckship. Congratulations on moving into the new house together. Congrats on potentially getting married and having kids. And I could not wish for a better stepmother for my son. Just be a little more respectful and mind your fucking business, and we can be the biggest, bestest blended family ever. In my opinion, that was some I'm going to give you, a congratulations, because it just seemed like the right thing to do. So I don't look like a desperate, deserted, thirsty bitch who was kind of, shading the whole situation. And I don't know if that was slick shade or if that was just a nice, nasty thing that you was trying to do just to kind of make it appear that you was happy for a nigga. Because it didn't sound like you was happy. And you had to throw that on mind your own business in there. Ain't nobody gonna mind their own business if they taking care of your kid more the fuck than you is. Because clearly you minding your fucking business. Because you ain't even around. So how the hell you gonna comment on somebody else's relationship? And I think I know why. Let's move on. And I'm gonna tell you why I think she did that old fuck shit, but then acting like it was a kind of root whoop. No, it wasn't no whoop whoop, bitch. You was hating. Period. Now, she's actually been in a relationship with several people since she's had this child. And none of them shits worked out. Even, very recently. So why you mad at what they got going on? Their fuckship/relationship is apparently working for them because, bitch, it ain't working for you. You done been on both sides of the pond. The lady pond, the dude pond. You just been getting fucked with regular dick, strap-on dick, like all the dick. So it really don't matter. And apparently that shit ain't working out for you on both sides. So I'm going to need you to act like you're doing now, but be a little bit more happy about it, that you like what they got going on, because that shit is a little bit more than what you got going on right now. And are you paying child support while you doing all this goddamn talking and shit? Anyway, now she's been in a relationship with several people, including recently Scrap Delion from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the last season that just aired. So I'm sure you and me and the rest of all y'all, if you are able to see Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I suggest you do. Because she done brought her ass from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, where the fuck she was at, over here, or like them checks that I was talking about she was already getting, that was over there in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. So you done brought your ass over here to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta so that you can be fucking Scrap and, you know, Scrap that Leon, that is. Because it's too Scrap. It's Little Scrappy, not his big lip ass. I'm talking about Scrap that Leon, who done ran through a whole cast of bitches. Like, he done ran through damn near the whole cast, including Carly Red. So, and some other hoes. Like, all y'all was fucking the same nigga. But I guess that's what they all do, because in Atlanta they like to share dick. I'm just saying. And that's what the hell they was doing. So she was having sex with him pretty much. It was damn near on camera. If they hadn't went in the room and closed the damn door, but we clearly saw and heard what was going on prior to, because it was a pickup of kids. So, oh yeah, boo, boo, boo. And you gave up the ass, and once he got it, it was like, you know, you came to visit him in jail. That was great. But once he got that ass outside of jail and you publicly did it, then now he ain't fucking with you no more, because he moved on and was trying to holler at Sierra ass, who done fucked around and threw him to the side to get back with BK, the nigga that was dragging her the whole time. And then cheated several times too. So, I mean, maybe they like niggas that cheat on them and shit. I don't know. But apparently, she liked that nigga, and he didn't work out either. Okay. So, she also was with the female, the season before that, AD Diggs, from 2016 to 2018, which that didn't work out because apparently Moniece is crazy, and they went back and forth on social media in a very, very fucked up manner, which, you know, I get petty and I go back and forth on social media with some hoes too when you come at me sideways. So I get it. But then when it's a personal situation where you actually see these people and you know them, I mean, it's really no need to really do that, you know. But they did, and to each his own, because it was entertaining for me because I got to see what the fuck is happening in your house. Anyway, she also was with Rich Dollars from 2014 to 2015, which we know him from Love and Hip Hop New York. Okay. Now, she also was with Joe Smith from 2011 to 2012 and Little Fizz from 2008 to 2012. So now, Lil Fizz was way at the beginning of the list from 2008. I'm sure, Moniece, that you done fucked some niggas and apparently some females too that I'm missing. Because it's too much to keep up with who are you doing and what are you doing in between these time slots of what we know. You know, them niggas that nobody knows about, the ones you slide through as apparently you giving up ass left and right. So it really doesn't matter if we know or don't know, because we know that's kind of what's happening. So if you're with all these people and you still ain't been able to find somebody that works for you, why the fuck you hating on, you know, Omarion baby mama? And Omarion, he pretty salty too, but why you mad? Because you was holding the whole relationship, boo, next, and she moved on with your best friend. Moving right along on that too. And now Moniece, who still is not happy with all of the relationships that she's been in, you now want to throw some slick shade talking about mind your own business shit. She can't mind her own business as long as she gonna be wiping your son's ass when your ass ain't there. And apparently you ain't never there. Because they, you know, your baby daddy got them pretty much full time and you got them whenever you get time. Because you still getting yourself together, but you've been getting yourself together. So stop with the slick shade, because apparently you starting to look a little salty, like you mad at that you ain't the bitch that's still with him, because he ain't got time for your crazy shit. You want me to deal with your crazy shit and take care of the child by myself? Bitch, you doing too much. That part. Now, and that's all I have to say about Moniece trifling ass and that little situation with her saltiness. I'm going to move on to WendyWilliams updates, because we've all been waiting for that. And I did tell you guys through the previous episodes that I would keep up with what's going on with Wendy from time to time. Not everything, but from time to time, just to give you a quick little update on what's happening. So, since my last show, a lot has pretty much happened, but we're just going to go over a few things. So, Wendy, we know, does have a new man, like I mentioned in the last episode. And his name is Mark Tomblin, Tomblin, for those that want to go be nosy and look his ass up. And he is a 27-year-old felon. You see how I threw that in there? That was some bullshit, I know. But that's what the nigga is, so go figure. Now, some people are hating on her, but you can pretty much tell by her damn husband that she's currently going through the divorce with, that those younger felonious types work for her. Because Kevin looked like a fucking felon his goddamn self. Like, he just probably ain't never got caught. But I know he done did some shit. You seen her on MTV Cribs when that nigga had all the homies at the house playing dominoes and shit. He looked just like he just left the block. Period. Okay? So apparently that kind of works for her. And he's much younger than she is. So, younger felonious niggas. Okay, maybe they, you know, fuck you with the Timbs on in the bedroom. That's what they do. So that's what she like. So don't hate on Wendy because she got her some new young dick. Okay. Now, having a felony actually doesn't mean that he's a bad dude or not good for her in any type of way. That's just her choice. That's what she wants to do. And so, you know, I'm interested to actually see where it'll go. And it can't be worse than that fucking raggedy ass husband that she had and the baby that came from all of that bullshit that he was doing. You know, and he came up off of her for years and years. He was signed on to as an executive producer. He had management credits and all this shit. I mean, nigga, how much do you need? Why you need to, you riding on my back and then you out there having babies and bullshit. That's why you can't give a nigga all your shit. That part. But then again, who would think that that's what would happen? But at this point, you know, they're currently going through a divorce. And the tea is that Kevin Hunter, her husband, is reportedly having financial problems since he was fired as executive producer from the show in April and also as her manager. So you ain't getting that manager bread no more. And you ain't getting that executive producer credit or bread no more either. And they're currently going through this same raggedy ass divorce that they've been going through the whole time since she called him and found out that she wanted to pull that old stint about how she wanted to the rehab and shit. Now that shit I don't believe whatsoever unless that nigga really drove you to being that fucking nuts that you had to go. No, that was the setup, like I said in my previous video where y'all was thinking that she was really in rehab, and I said no, that's just for her to plan her next move so she can go ahead and shut that nigga down. And as soon as that bitch came back and gave y'all that whack ass story and then pretend ass tears, she kicked that nigga to the curb. I'm gonna go ahead and toot my own horn toot on that because I see fuck shit coming when it comes, and it showed up. That part. Now, pretty much on May the 21st, Kevin Jr., which is Little Kevin, as she calls him, was arrested for domestic violence and simple assault in front of Krauser's food stores in West Orange, New Jersey. Now, Kevin Sr. reportedly struck Kevin Jr. with a closed fist in his face after a comment that he didn't like. So Kevin Jr. then stated that he called Kevin Sr. a bitch, which caused Kevin Sr. to approach him in an aggressive manner and start pointing his finger very close to his face. So Kevin Jr. then admitted to pushing Kevin Sr., which caused them to start wrestling with one another. So who the fuck you think is in the wrong? Because I don't give a fuck if you my daddy or not, nigga. I'm over 18. I'm a grown-ass man. And you put your fucking fist in my face, I got the right to at least tackle your ass. You lucky I ain't punch your ass back. Period. I mean, how you gonna get mad if this boy has been watching exactly what you've been doing to his mother the whole damn time, and you think he's not supposed to respond at all? I don't give a fuck if you is his daddy. You a sorry-ass nigga, and you did some punk-ass shit. So